Okay, so I'm going to give you an extensive look here at this 1939 Plymouth Coupe. This car, first of all, is a barn find. It has been sitting in a barn for well over 20 years, covered up. It's a 39 Coupe body. It is titled as a 36 Plymouth Coupe. I'm not sure why, but it is titled as a 36. The 39 body has been altered in many ways. It's been a custom since the 1950s. Anything from street rod to race car to whatever, it has been it. The trunk lid has been bobbed, and this wedge tail has been added to give it kind of a stretched out look, which, you know, looks okay. The front fenders, where they're rolled, have been filled with steel to delete the side louvers. Which I'm sure at one point in time it was done really well. The entire body, in some form, fashion, or other, has Bondo, old Bondo flaking and breaking, and things like that. And I mean, when I say a lot, I mean everywhere. There has been some type of a smoothing of Bondo just about on every spot of the car. I could go over every single spot, but it would take all day, and I don't have enough battery. But just bear in mind there's a lot of Bondo on this car. Of course, this window's broken. The doors open and close fine. It's got a dated late 70s, early 80s custom interior out of a GM vehicle. It's got a homemade console, automatic, GM trans. It's got a switch panel here. I'm not exactly sure what all these do. I think one of them is for an electric fan under the hood. It's got triple gauges. They actually work. It's got a tilt column out of a GM vehicle, maybe an Oldsmobile, Buick. Brake, gas pedal, dimmer switch. Headlights do work. Sun visors. Old wooden dash cover that was made. Some odd stuff made back here. It's got an access panel, cubby hole back here on a sliding track to access your battery. It's got a rear dash. Let's see. The car's really cool. It's got a lot of character. This is the first time it's been ridden in, driven, started, stopped, anything in at least 20-25 years. So got it running yesterday. Got some fresh fuel in the fuel cell, Bondo stuff everywhere. This trunk lid is just pinned on with hood pins. It's got a 22-gallon fuel cell, and it's got a flat piece of steel laid on the floor of the trunk just as a filler panel. But yeah, some old ET wheels with some super wide 60s. It's got brand new Firestone gum dip bias plies on the front. It's got a Mustang 2 front clip. Driving it around the yard and in the field last couple of days, the brakes, they kind of grab. They need to be bled out properly, but they do sort of work. It's got good clean oil in the V6. It's a mystery V6. I'm not sure what it is. It's a small GM V6, maybe a Buick, Oldsmobile, not sure. It's got a custom sheet metal firewall that's been built in there. This other side, it's got power disc brakes, power steering. It's got a booster there. Little carburetor. It's got a little cooling fan on the front side of the radiator. Again, not really sure what engine, but it doesn't smoke and it doesn't make any strange noises. Seems to run really well, actually. Starts right up. The more it runs, the better it runs. I've been kind of driving it around in and out of gear. It's got about 40 pounds of oil pressure. Ammeter's working. I don't know about the speedometer or anything like that. I haven't had it out on the highway. But anyway, if you have any questions at all, please feel free. Give me a shout anytime. I'll cover it, every square inch of it, to make sure you know exactly what you're looking at. It's going to be a fun project for somebody and a really, really neat car. Thanks for watching.